Hello, I'm Mandy and this is my channel Make It Sew. Today is Friday Sews. I'm afraid it will be a bit late because I've got such a busy weekend, so hopefully that's okay. I really want to say first of all, welcome if you're a new viewer, and thank you to everybody that's returning. It was my birthday this week and I actually hit 700 subscribers, which was really lovely. That was the best present I could have. So thank you so much to everybody. So today I am going to be talking about what I've been up to the last fortnight. When I last did my Friday sews, I was going in on the Monday for a procedure on my leg. So that week I had to take it a bit easier. I couldn't quite use the sewing machine as much as normal, and while I was elevating my leg I'd do something sewing related, so I decided to finish uploading all my patterns to Stash Hub, and I also tidied up my cupboard. So I'm going to insert a picture and you'll see what a mess my cupboard was. Because I can shut the doors, it's not right there frustrating me all the time. So I went through it all, had a good organisation day or two, and uploaded everything on Stash Hub. And I also bought some new folders because they are plastic, but I've had like the plastic ring binder wallets for about 20 odd years and they're still going strong, so I know that this is a more long-term solution. I'll show you some things I did use. So I had envelopes, but as soon as I put the pattern back in and anything extra, they just ripped. So that didn't work for me. I also had, when I had like work in progress, I have plastic bags from IKEA. That was another good solution. But in my cupboard, storing the actual patterns, not so good. And then I did also try these from Home Bargains, and unfortunately you do get what you pay for, because that's what happened as soon as I put anything substantial in them. So it's ripped from the zip and it's frayed quite a bit. So I bought these off Amazon and they came in sets of 36, so you got 6 different colours. So I've actually done it so that I've colour coded all my garment types. So I've got one lot for coats, one lot for underwear and nightwear, dresses, tops, bottoms, and it's much easier to find them. So I'm going to insert another little video to show you what my cupboard looks like now, which is so much better. So that was one thing I did while I couldn't do much sewing. Because I was in an organising mood, I also made myself, well, not the trolley, but I've labelled it because I do tend to lose things quite a lot. I did that with my Juno pajama pattern and I found it again in a really obscure place. So I've made this trolley. I'm going to just insert a little clip of it here so you can see what I've done, and I've labelled it a safe place. So anything that I need to put away, I will put there first, so that when I say I've put it in a safe place, I literally have. Because I am awful for putting something down and then moving it, especially when I'm tidying my room, and never finding it again. So I think this will save me time in the long run, because at least if it's there before it's put away properly, I've got somewhere I can go to without spending an hour before I can start sewing. So that was another thing I did. So then we had a weekend away because it was my birthday and my husband's birthday a few days later. So we travelled down to High Wycombe as Sequin Girly Creates Sam was having a Southern Sewcial. So why not have a weekend away? It was a few hours drive, so we didn't really want to do it all in one day. So this is where I got to meet up with one of my lovely friends I've made through sewing and YouTube, and it was Sparkle with Sam. We were doing our collaboration for the Sewcial jumpsuit, so we decided, as it was also her birthday and her husband Simon's birthday, that we would all meet up before the Sewcial on the Saturday and go out for a lovely meal and then show our Sewcial jumpsuits by doing a catwalk. So we got down Saturday afternoon and we met up with Sam and Simon for a lovely meal, and it was really lovely. It was like we'd met before. It was just so easy to talk to them. And on the Sunday we had breakfast together, and as it was Sam's birthday on the Sunday, I wanted to give her a lovely birthday gift. And it was quite funny because when I walked in, I had a Think Pink subscription box behind my back because I subscribe to Think Pink, and Andrea always sends it in a lovely box. And I thought, I've got so many now that I've started using them for presents. So I was walking along, and as I approached Sam, on the table was an identical box, and she'd thought the same thing. So that was funny, that really was funny. But I'll show you what Sam got me in a minute. So after breakfast we got ready and we went to the Southern Sewcial, which is organised by another Sam, just to confuse matters, from Sequin Girly Creates. So when I talk to them about my husband, I always have to say either Sparkle Sam or Sequin Sam, because otherwise it just gets really confusing who I'm talking about. So anyway, we got there and got to meet Julie again from Julie Sews Her Own Clothes, and she'd bought a lovely birthday cake for Sam. It was really lovely. If I've got a picture, I will put it in here. You would have seen it possibly on Julie's vlog and also Sam's vlog, but I just thought it was an amazing cake and it tasted really nice too. And we got to do some sewing. So I started on my Tilly and the Buttons Juno pyjamas. I'd shown the fabric before. I'll talk about those more in a minute. And we just spent the day chatting and sewing and eating cake. And then we stayed over another night because of the drive, and it was just nice to relax after the social. And we also met Sam on the Monday morning before we then departed and went home. So that was an amazing weekend. Sam is so lovely. They all are. They're all lovely to talk to, and I'm so chuffed I've got to know them and make friends with them through the sewing community. So on the way home, I've been looking for some more fabrics to make some more hug hoodies and also whistler sweaters, and that's one thing I haven't got in my stash, believe it or not. So I discovered Sequin Girly Sam told me about Legend Textiles in a virtual sewing group that I went on, and I didn't realise that they are only about a 20-minute drive from me, which is probably not good because it now means I've got a fabric shop local to me that I really, really like. So my husband said for my birthday he was happy to buy me some fabric, so I'm still not buying my own. Not silly. So on the way home we stopped off. I'd been looking on the website and I've been going on my phone and adding all these things to my basket so that I stuck to what I wanted or needed, should I say, rather than see the shop and be like, I want everything. So we got there and walked in, and Josh was there, who owns or runs the shop, and I showed him what I had on my phone and he just got it all off the shelves for me, and he's really lovely. And I was a bit skeptical because when you look on the website, the fabric is so reasonably priced that you can't believe that it could be that good a quality, but actually it is. So I got quite a lot of fabric from there, and I will share that. I don't know whether it'll be at the end of this video or separately, because I did get quite a bit and I don't want this video to be too long today. So we did that, and I also bought one extra fabric that I saw, but it's perfect for my dressmaker's ball gown that I want to make. So I still behaved myself, and that was really good. While I was at the Southern Sewcial, there was a swaps table, and I was very good. I took a few patterns with me and about 7 meters of fabric, but that's where it went wrong, because there was something on the table that, if you know me by now, you can imagine I was straight on it. It's 5 meters of polyester, and it's also washed, so it's ready to use. but it's this gorgeous purple and it's got like a silvery stripe in it, and I thought that would be perfect to make some blouses from. But it is lovely, and I think it's my colour because it makes my face light up. And then also on one of Sam from Sequin Girly Creates virtual socials, the Southern Sewcials, I'd won a raffle. So I said to her, keep hold of it for when I meet her in person because it saves the postage. And it was this gorgeous jersey. So I'm really looking forward to making a Mandy boat tee top and some other bits because there's quite a bit of it. I think that's really lovely colours, so it just feels really nice and soft as well. So that was a raffle prize. So at that point I hadn't bought any fabric at all. And then what did I get for my birthday? Well, the first thing I've got to show you is the gorgeous present I got from Sparkle Sam, as I call her. She made me this gorgeous bag. It's the Bestie bag, and it's by BF Patterns, and she knows, she'd mentioned this before, that I would love this fabric, and she was spot on. She just knows me so well, and she's put a little label on it, sorry, that says creativity never goes out of style. It's a lovely crossbody bag, and she's done this gorgeous zip with a dragonfly fob, and then inside I've put some other bits that she got me inside, so I'll take them out quickly. She's done this gorgeous batik print inside, and it's got lots of pockets as well and a little popper, and it's gorgeous, and I've used this so much already. Thank you, Sam, for that. And then she also got me a couple of fat quarters, although I think this one's more like a half quarter. No, that's the wrong word. Half a metre. And then some cottons as well, so they'll be great for when I'm doing some more non-garments, I think. I also got, where am I? My friend bought me she knows I like giraffes, so I've got, if I can find it, this gorgeous giraffe, very soft. No, it's not sewing related, but she's in my sewing room. And then she got me this lovely fat quarter with giraffes and everything else on, so that's another lovely present. So what have I been making besides the Sirocco? So like I said, I started this on the Southern Sewcial, but I didn't get as much sewing done because I like to talk. So I carried this on when I got home, and also when I attended the virtual sewing room social on Wednesday night. So I've made the Tilly and the Buttons Juno pyjamas. I've made these before, but I was doing it in this gorgeous jungle print. It's very bright, so don't adjust your screens. But I will insert some pictures, but they're the bottoms. And I made another little face mask with some stretched jersey bias binding as the strap because they're so comfortable like that. They don't slip off and they don't dig in. And then this was the top, which again you'll see in more so in the video. So I had the cuffing that I made for both the arms and the bottoms of the pyjama bottoms, but I didn't have anything for the binding. And I bought this from Hobbycraft. I was quite surprised to find jersey binding in there, but the only thing is, it's not like, if I show you again, this is the stuff I've bought before, and it's fairly springy, but on here it isn't, and I can show you exactly what I bought. So it says jersey binding, but there's no real give to it, as you can see. So I just, instead of measuring it where I do normally 90%, I just had to fit it on around the actual neckband and fit it myself. But it's fine when it's on. It's just not so stretchy like you would expect other jersey bias binding to be. And then the next thing I did was, I've had this pattern a while and I'm surprised I haven't made one, but it's the Tilly and the Buttons Coco. And I thought I want to make a toile with this. So I made the dress version, but I didn't make the pockets that you can make to go on the back. And so as it was a twirl, I thought I'd use some fabric that I like, but it wasn't the fabric I wanted to use for a wearable garment. This one has turned out to be a wearable twirl, but I thought it was scuba. When I looked back after making it, it's quite lightweight. It's actually called a moss crepe. So where you have to roll over the neckband, it hasn't got as much structure as a scuba would. But I'll insert a video just to show you what it looks like on me, because I think fit wise I'm quite happy with it. I did increase the length as always by 2 inches, but I'll show you what I mean about this not being so structured. So you know when you get some jerseys, you stretch them and they go white. Well, that's exactly what's happened with this one, and where I've stitched, the white actually shows through. On the cuffs of the sleeves, again, you fold it over once you've stitched it all in, and they suggest that you do a little secret stitch just to hold the fold. But you're meant to press it, and I just didn't think it would hold if I pressed it. And the same with the neckband. You'll see if I hold it up like that, it just sits funny. And you can fold it over, but I think it would have been better in a more structured fabric like Ponte. So it's not a total fail as a twirl, but it definitely shows you need to think about your fabric choices when you're making things. So that was my Coco, and I will be making another one in a slightly more structured fabric next time. With the Juno pajamas, I did actually cut out the long sleeve version for the Tabitha top because it's the same pattern you use. But what I then did was, because you add cuffs, I just wanted to make sure that the length was enough in my long arms. So I did the long version, and then I just trimmed that by 2 inches rather than adding length to the 3/4 version, if that makes sense. So they fit really nicely, and they're another comfortable pair of pyjamas, even though you could probably see me from outer space because they are so bright. So yesterday, which was Thursday, I went to my lovely Durham Stitches charity group, and we're actually sewing mastectomy cushions at the moment. I haven't got one to show you because I just cut a load out and I'm going to sew them up for when I go next week, so I'll show you them in my next video. But they're a really good thing to do, they're a good cause, and it does make you feel good sewing for other people. And then today I went to Walpole Social sewing group. That's a lovely group I go to every fortnight. We get 4 hours of sewing and chatting, and I was doing my Coco there, so that's when I got to finish it. But like I say, I didn't enjoy it as much as I thought I would, just because of my fabric choice. So again, like I say, it's a good idea to actually think a bit more about it. I was just in such a rush to make it because I wanted to make one. So what else have I got planned? Tonight I'm going out for a meal with one of my lovely friends, and when I get back I'm hoping to join the Beautiful Things virtual social, and I'm not sure what I'm going to make yet for that one. And then it's my husband's birthday tomorrow, so we're going to go to the coast and have a lovely walk, even though the weather's not great, but it's nice to get some fresh air. And then I'm attending on Sunday another virtual sewing room, virtual social. I think it starts at 2. And I've got to make plans to see what I want to make for that yet. Lots of sewing's been done and lots of planning this week. Another exciting plan that I've got to tell you and I can share with you is I'm doing a collaboration with my friend Michelle, the menopausal sewer. And she's already been beavering away getting hers ready, but we're going to be sewing the Billie sweater dress together. As far as I know, she's got on quite well with hers, and she has made it before, but this is new to me as well. I kept seeing them made up and I thought I really would like to have a go at that, because I like sweater dresses. They're just comfortable, warm, and they go really nice with dark tights or leggings, so it's a whole outfit. So I need to make a twirl first, so that probably would be something that I could be doing when I do the virtual sewing on Sunday. And then I'll be making the real thing, because hopefully we'll be revealing it next week. So that's really exciting. It's nice to do another collaboration with somebody, and as Michelle has made it before, I can pick her brains if I get stuck. So that will be good. So I've got a bit of a fabric haul to share with you now. The first thing, again, my husband got these as part of my birthday present. He's very generous like that. I got some ribbing. After speaking to Sparkle with Sam, she told me about the First for Fabrics ribbing or cuffing, and I'm glad I ordered it because it is really lovely and it's really soft. And I know they do bundles, but I bought these so I could choose the colours individually. And I got a lovely little note from Tamlyn, so that was lovely. And I bought 1/2 metre of each because I like to use cuffing on my pyjamas and also the Stella hoodies, but I find it quite difficult to then get matching neckbands. As you saw with my Juno, I had to go and buy separate bias binding. And I find it quite expensive buying the ready-made cuffing, because I hadn't bought it before, and when I got it I didn't realise it is just a single layer, whereas a lot of them tell you to fold over when you're doing the cuffs. So I got 1/2 metre of each of these, which worked out £3.98 each, which is a lot of a more cheaper way of buying it. And obviously you just cut it to the size you want, and you can make waistbands, cuffs and the neckbands all from the same colour. So I got, of course, purple, and then I got this gorgeous fuchsia pink, and they're just, oh, they're so soft. I've never had cuffing this soft before, so that's a bonus because it just feels lovely against your skin. And then I got one, it's called Bottle Green, which is this one. So that's another lovely colour. I've got no idea what I'm going to use it for, but I have got, I think, some bottle green fleece in my stash that I want to make my husband a hoodie with. And then I got some more teal, because I'm always using that sort of colour when I'm making my garments. And I think this is a royal blue. That's a gorgeous colour as well, similar to my Whistler top that I made. So that was my ribbing from First for Fabrics. I got some happy mail from the virtual sewing room, because they're doing some labels. They don't charge for you to actually attend the virtual sewing room, so it's just to help support Jenny with the licensing and everything that she has to pay for using Zoom. So I got a lovely little card saying happy birthday on it, and these are the labels that every time I attend a virtual sewing room, which is quite often because I really enjoy it, it's a lovely group, I can put them in my garments. So that was nice. And then on to my Legend Textiles fabric haul. Are you ready for this? So the first thing I got is a scuba. As you know, if you've seen my other vlogs, I love using scuba, and I thought this would be perfect for when I go to the Stitch Festival in March. So I did think initially a Sirocco jumpsuit, but I think it's going to be a bit too busy for that. So I'm actually thinking maybe a Tilly and the Buttons flare dress, and it's this one. So it's got all sorts of things on it. You've got bags and shoes, and these have already been washed and they're just so soft, really lovely. This is the scuba, I know, because I've told you before, the ones with the white backing on, but it is a nice stretch, but it's just got that good recovery on it. So I know that's going to be really lovely to sew with. I don't know the price offhand, but I think it was about £2.50 a metre. So I got 3 metres. So that was my first one. And then I got this one because me and my family are going to Florida in August, and we're not doing Disney this time because we've discovered quite a few lovely places to visit that aren't in the parks. But I thought I can't go without having a little nod to Disney. So I got this one, which is classed as a cotton lycra. And again, I got 3 metres so that I can make a couple of t-shirts and maybe even a t-shirt dress with it. So that's quite nice. And again, it's stretchy, but it doesn't go white, it just springs back. And again, I've washed everything, so you'll see it as it is after being washed. Then I obviously, like I said, I went for Ponte, so I'm just going to pile them all on my lap so that I can show you the colours, and I can show you one as an example. I think these were about £2.25, £2.50 a metre as well, which, like I said, very reasonable, but it is so soft. So I got navy, and I got 3 metres of all of these, just so that I've got options to make either trousers, tops, jumpsuits or dresses. You obviously can't appreciate how soft this is on the screen, but that is really lovely. So that's Ponte Roma. So I got navy, I got this gorgeous green, and a really nice bright fuchsia pink, which again, it's the same thickness as the other Pontes, and it was so reasonable. I got 3 metres. This one was slightly lighter Ponte, but this is what I'm going to use as my twirl for the Billie sweater dress, because I think that will just give me an idea on the fit for when I use the same colour but in a cable knit. So that one I think was only £1.75. Have a look on their website. So it's Legend Textiles. Have a look, and you'll see all the different colours available. But there's so much more in the actual shop that I am thinking of doing a little film. I've asked Josh if that'd be okay, if I could go back in and film all the things that are available. And I did also buy this cuffing from there. It is a bit coarser than the stuff I got from Fairs for Fabrics, but this is what I'm used to with the cuffing that I buy off the roll. But I bought a whole metre of this in a tube, if you can see that, and that was £1.50. So that was really good. And then the piece de la resistance, which is what I was a magpie about. So Josh told me that this was ex-designer fabric, and it had a slight flaw in that, I don't know if you'll be able to see, but about the first sort of 6 inches there's no glitter on it, but that's along the selvage, so it doesn't really affect it. But as you can see, I keep getting covered in glitter with this one. But I think this is a gorgeous fabric. It's a stretch material, and I think that will be perfect for my dressmaker's ball dress, even as a twirl, because it was so reasonably priced. And I'm not going to tell you how much, but let's just say I got 4 metres and it was under £10. So I'm going to make that up in the McCall's M8142 that I talked about in my Make 9. But I just think that is absolutely gorgeous, and I would be very tempted to go back and buy some more to make another Sirocco jumpsuit if it works out really well. But we'll keep that one quiet for now. So the last one I got wasn't a Ponte. It was this gorgeous red with white flower print viscose. Now I had this print a long while ago, and it was in a jersey, and I made it up and it just didn't feel right, and the actual fit wasn't right, so it put me off the garment. I think I just chose the wrong thing to make with it. So when I saw this was available at Legend in a viscose, I just thought, oh, I can make a lovely blouse with that. So it's really pretty, and I do love red. So again, I bought 3 metres, and again, it wasn't that expensive. So I can't wait to make that one up as well, ready for spring. And that was my haul. So I think I was fairly well behaved, but you'll be seeing a lot more sweater dresses and hoodies coming this way, because I still feel I need some warm clothes. It's not that warm yet. And today, just to talk about what I'm wearing, I've got my gorgeous purple Marni cardigan on that's made with Ponte, and this is an old make of mine, but it's one of the Freya dresses that I made in quite a thick scuba, but it's just, it goes together quite nicely actually with the purple. So that's my comfort for this time of year. Anyway, that is my Friday sews. I hope you managed to stay right till the end, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a little thumbs up, and if you're not a subscriber already, then I'd love it if you'd subscribe so you can see other content that's coming up. Hope you all have a lovely weekend, and I'll catch up with you again soon. Bye!